Stop. The petitioner has stated that his parent arranged the funds required for the payment of fees, which were deposited in his brother's account by 4:45 p.m. Stop. The petitioner states that when he logged into the portal of the first respondent at 4:45 p.m. and applied in the float FLOAT category of admission and uploaded the documents, the portal was closed at 5 p.m. and payment was not processed. Stop. The petitioner thereafter addressed the issue by an email to the first respondent Stop. The response was received by him on 26 June 2024. A response was on 26 June 2024 from the IIT Bombay office for the JEE Advanced, redirecting the candidate to the organizing IIT, which was IIT Madras. Stop. Eventually, these attempts did not bear any fruit. Stop. The petitioner approached the Jharkhand High Court Legal Aid Service Committee. It was directed to the Legal Services Committee of the Madras High Court. Stop. A writ petition was instituted before the High Court of Madras, but when the matter came up for hearing, he was advised to approach this court. Stop. Next. The facts as they've been revealed before this court indicate that there is no dispute about three critical aspects. First, the allotment of the seat in electrical engineering to the petitioner at IIT Dhanbad, semicolon. Bracket 2, the scheduled caste status of the petitioner, semicolon, and bracket 3, the steps which were taken by the petitioner to comply with the allotment to him. As a matter of fact, learned counsel appearing on behalf of the first respondent has furnished to the court the login details of the petitioner, which indicate that he was diligent in accessing the portal and attempting to do everything within his power to secure the realization of his admission. Stop. There is no conceivable reason why the petitioner would not have done so if he had the wherewithal to pay the fees of rupees 17,500. Stop. We are affirmatively of the view that a talented student like the petitioner, who belongs to not only a marginalized group of citizens, but a talented student who has done everything to secure admission, should not be left in the lurch. Full stop. The power of this court in Article 142 of the Constitution to do substantial justice is meant precisely to cover such a situation. Full stop. We accordingly order and direct that the petitioner should be granted admission to IIT Dhanbad. There's a seat which was allotted to him in the branch of electrical engineering. Full stop. The petitioner will be admitted to the same batch to which he would have been admitted in pursuance of the order of allotment. Full stop. The payment of fees. He's in a position to pay fees now.
Yes, they are arranged for 17,500.
The fees of rupees 17,500. The petitioner is ready and willing to pay the fees of rupees 17,500, which may be paid over personally at the time when admission is granted to him.
One change has to be required.
Yes.
There's no seat available in that. Now we have to create a supernumerary seat.
I was going to say that.
Yes.
A supernumerary seat shall be created for the petitioner, if so required, for the purpose of complying with this order, and no existing student shall be disturbed in consequence.
That can be adjusted against a vacation of,
Sorry?
that supernumerary seat
Yeah.
can be adjusted against a vacant seat if there is a vacation later on. That's a technical.
No, but what, we will not say that. You can adjust it, that's administrative. All the best. अच्छा करिए.
And you are not pointing out annexure P1.
Page
You should have started with P1.
Apologies, my lord. It's page 22, my lord. It's absolutely. Yes, I just wish to.
बच जाएंगे आप. आपके भैया क्या करते हैं? भाई साहब क्या बड़े भैया IIT खड़गपुर में हैं और दूसरे भाई NIT हमीरपुर में हैं.
Grateful.
All the best.
I just wish to point out one thing, my lords. Some senior members of the bar have also offered help for his fees, my lords. Mr. Anand Padmanabhan, senior advocate. So he has offered to pay whatever, if there is any shortfall in the fees, they have offered to pay that also.
Excellent.
I'm grateful.
Item 34, pass over.
Petitioner, मैंने लिखा है, the petitioner logged in on 24 June 2024 between 12 hours and
Yes.
evidently indicates that he was making earnest efforts to log into the portal.
The Lordship may also take consequential benefits of admission because hostels, etc. may not.
The petitioner would be entitled to all the consequential benefits of admission, including the allotment of hostel and other facilities.
May it please you, my lord, it is mainly kept for me agreeing, and I said, well, there's a perspective I want to put.
Which cell number is this?
34, my lords.
34.
34. This is, my lords, Mr. Giri and Mr. Sundaram are broadly agreeing. I wanted to put a different perspective in 2 minutes, my lords. Number one, my lords, any remand by a lordship.
Then it's a case, then the.
No, but I can argue surely, my lords. Your lordship put it for my arguments. I don't.
No, I have not argued. I just told the lordship that I'm agreeable for the restoration of the appeal and consequential.
So I am just pointing out.
He says he's agreeable to the restoration of the appeal.
That even if your
Does
lordship,
not rely on the section 108 directive.
even if your lordship were to do that, lordship needs to know some concerns in less than 3 minutes. My lordship doesn't want me to argue. I am not arguing against him, but I must place my perspective. I have not argued yet. When the arguments were going on, midstream, Mr. Sundaram seemed to agree. I said there's another perspective. Give me just 2 or 3 minutes.
That's because
You are appearing for
I
Jindal
am
Power.
for
Jindal Power, right?
Jindal India Thermal.
And Mr. Sundaram for the NTPC. Jabua.
And I'll not take more than 3 or 4. It'll take shorter than my interruption. Well, for me to finish. Now, one point is any remand your lordship makes must take care of not the slightest approbation by my lords that 108 can be used to withdraw, not challenge, and then again 108 revise the whole matter. That cannot be the law. Your lordship appreciates that. If that is the law, your lordship need not have appeal at all. Your lordships need not have, then it will be by directions. So that is point one, your lordship. So nothing, when you just simply say remand, your lordship be very careful. The impugned order by the Honorable Chairman Justice Ranganathan of Bal's bench says that if this is so, it will drive a coach and four through everything. You lose. You withdraw your appeal. And then you achieve the same thing through 108. So that's one.
The appeal was filed before the KERC, right?
No, the
Before APTEL. I am the respondent. I won in the
The
APTEL.
earlier appeal was withdrawn before APTEL.
That's right.
And they went then before KERC.
I'm saying,
allow me to
I'm
finish.
saying Mr. Sundaram can be dismissed, but
Sundaram,
that
allow me
appeal
to-
can be revived.
You are agreeing
That
with
is
him.
what I
You are
suggested.
agreeing with him. I'm not agreeing with you.
108.
Finish.
This order is on 108.
Finish at least. I mean, this
this
is
is
sudden
difficult,
collusion in the
Lord.
middle of the hearing.
They are on the same side.
Giri, the reason we are not asking you to begin or open is because prima facie we are with you. We just want to hear
Very
something, and if we change our view, we'll come back.
It was kept only for that. Now, so that is one. For whether your lordship remands or not, it can't be on the basis on which we have won in the appeal, because the law will be very dangerously affected. That's one. Second, about all this, about power and all this half-page note, you should see that what has happened in between. There's been years past. Just give a note to him quickly. I'll take only 3 or 4 minutes. One, this is what my learned friend Mr. Giri is asking. Is under unapproved PPA, which directly the Supreme Court has held to be void. Under 86(1) and regulation, the PPA shall come into effect only with the approval of the Commission. As per bidding documents, guidelines under 63, the respective rights and obligations arise only after compliance of the terms and conditions of the PPA, including that of the condition precedent. As per 4.12c, the Kerala Board shall procure the approval of the Commission for payment of tariff. Now, this approval was rejected. Since the Commission with a order of May 23 rejected the approval, therefore the PPA is void. An unapproved PPA is legally unenforceable. Your Lordship has 3 direct judgments I have given there. Restoring proceedings back to APTEL amounts to retroactively imposing a non-existent condition on me in the teeth of third-party rights. Now, this obligation to supply, this is very interesting. APTEL's order has specific findings. There is no obligation to supply post 31/5. That's more than a year ago, 1.25 years ago. See what has happened in between. This is not told to your lordships when you talk of remand. When there was no valid PPA, no obligation to supply power post 31 May 23, both the parties tried to move forward. Kerala conducted another bid to procure power from the market, and I participated in the bid in the market after APTEL's order, where APTEL clearly recorded that I am free to tie up my power. It is not challenged by Kerala. Kerala was unable to tie up power from the market. JITPL committed power to another DISCOM, which is UP Mills. UP will equally suffer, which was approved by the Commission following due process on 15/11/23, approved by the UP ERC, the Regulatory Commission in UP, on 9th of January 24, and power is being supplied there from 1st of April. Thus, putting the clock back would interfere with an independent and valid regulatory adjudicatory process by another state regulator. So, contrast, you will deprive UP with an approved PPA in favor of Kerala with an unapproved PPA and a 1-year hiatus. The generation of electricity is delicensed and generators have the right to sell in its own volition. That's the biggest achievement of ERA. Your Lordship knows all other things are, DISCOMs are licensed, but not generators. Setting the clock back would undermine the legislative intent.
Of the Kerala State Electricity Regulatory Commission.
Yes.
That rejected their prayer for approval of the 4 PSAs, right?
That's right.
Because
They went in
two PSAs were with the L1 bidders. One was Jindal.
Yes.
And the other was Balco.
Can I just,
Now, we're just trying to just put the matter in perspective, because you know the intricacy.
Then they went to APTEL.
Except that what
Then they
Dr.
went to
Singh
APTEL.
mentioned.
1 minute, sir. Then they went to APTEL.
4 people, they were unapproved.
Yes.
They go to KSCRC.
Yes.
KSCRC rejects approval.
They go to
They
APTEL.
go to APTEL.
Wait there.
Wait there.
Then
They
withdraw.
They get the 108 directive.
No,
from the
they withdraw.
In view of the 108 directive.
See,
They withdraw.
he's
They-
saying,
One
Yeah,
second.
they withdraw
They withdrew.
Yes.
They withdrew the appeal from APTEL.
Yes.
And then they went back to KSRC.
Much later, with
To
a
pursue the-
108, and they get
This time KSCRC approves.
on the basis of 108 only,
Yeah,
entirely,
again, which-
purely.
Again, which they again go to.
Again, which they come, I win in the APTEL. We go to APTEL. APTEL says, if this is so,
Now,
that
the
means your
only thing which Dr.
So,
Singh is
your
very
lordship,
successful-
tailor it very carefully is my point. My point of saying this is, your lordship must tailor it. It's just very easily said, go in remand, go in remand.
No, no.
You go back
We
in
will be
remand.
Very careful in saying this.
Yes.
That we will restore the original appeal.
yes.
Dr. Singh, we will restore the original appeal which they had filed
Yes.
against the order of KSCRC, rejecting approval for the PSA. Right? That will be considered dehorse, and they will not rely on
108.
any part of the 108 directive.
That's right.
We are
A.
very clear in our mind.
A.
Yes.
And any other orders will be passed by those bodies, not affecting me right now suddenly out of the blue in a matter which I won. Your lordship will, that board will deal with it, or APTEL will deal with it. Today nothing can be passed by lordships or by that. They will go back.
We are not adjudicating on your right.
No, my lord is right, because but my learned friend next sentence last time stated also is, I want immediate power. What about 1 year? I've got a approved PPA supplying to UP.
Why does Dr.
You
Singh
can't cut a
presume that
slip,
this is
fellas.
what I'm going to
You
say?
can't cut a thing.
So after, you mean to say after these 4 PSAs were refused,
Yes.
did you enter into a power supply? agreement?
Last para, just see.
In which case you got an
I
approval?
first no, there was first a bid in UP. I won the bid. They entered into a PPA. PPA was given to UPRC. UPRC approved it. And from November of 23, I am supplying power there.
UPRC.
UPRC.
But how does Kerala enter into it then?
Because he says that in 31st May, because your lordship is setting the clock back now, this remand should not have the unintended effect. He says, set me back on the date when I lost my ERC.
In the meantime, they entered into a power supply agreement with UPERC. With you.
Aye. And so did I think Mr. Sundaram.
Lord, I don't think.
We entered with Haryana and Madhya Pradesh.
Strangely
And we
agreeing.
got
You
agreement.
have stepped in the meantime, third party right.
It's not as if UPRC, let's see,
He has an unfruitful-
they are a signatory to the PPA,
Well,
they were
going
supplying
with-
power for 7 years. On a wrong
not so
basis,
easy, man.
your disapproval was
My lord, I have one caveat.
granted.
And your lordship will be drawing a coach and forth through the law also. Your
I
lordship
have
will be
one
drawing a coach
caveat.
and forth through the
That's
law.
all I want.
But at the end
I
of
have
the day,
just
you know,
one caveat and that's it.
What your lordships are considering, that we get a chance to agitate our appeal before the appeal.
But,
Why the scrappled egg now?
why should we intervene at your,
That's right.
for the reason? You are not some, uninitiated person. You take a conscious decision to withdraw your appeal before appeal.
No, my lord, please look at,
Now, after you withdraw your appeal appeal, you get a directive from the Kerala government under 108.
that. It was before that, and the order withdrawing the appeal specifically mentions
Right.
that I'm sorry, my lord.
But
Just
Mr. Giri,
one aspect.
therefore you took your chance. You wanted to either survive or fall by the 108.
No, I'm sorry.
Appeal, frankly, is absolutely right. That a directive of the state government and the policy under section 108 cannot affect the adjudicatory powers of appeal.
No, my lord,
You're absolutely right.
My lord, lordships may take it that it is not. No, my lord, please look at how I find myself. No, my lord, in the appeal order permitting me to withdraw the appeal.
Anyway,
Yes,
subsequently,
yes.
Dr. Singhvi's clients now step in, or Mr. Sundaram's clients step in.
I'm sorry, my lord, I'm sorry. That's,
And you have now power supply agreements under which they are supplying to you. They are supplying now to UPRs.
I am doing UP, he's got others, Wallace.
I have not got others.
I've got Haryana, Madhya Pradesh. I have no power left.
No, but it's all short term, my lord. It's all short term.
I have a PPA, medium term, 5-year PPA. Please don't say wrong facts.
5-year
PPA with UP.
My lord, I have 25 years, my lord, 25 years
Approved by
PPA.
the UPRC for 5 years. You have to approve it for a very stringent process.
No, my lord, please hear me for 2
January
minutes.
24 order.
And
Please,
we
yes,
had
but-
4 years with Haryana and 25 years with Madhya Pradesh.
I pray for just 5 minutes.
Mr. Giri,
I pray for just 5 minutes.
allowing you to be restored back to the original appeal would be very.
No, my lord, no.
Because you withdrew the appeal consciously.
My lord, please have a look at the order, my lord. Please look at the order permitting me to withdraw the appeal. It says,
Liberty to file a review.
no, not only that, and to challenge the original order. If it goes against me, if the review goes against me, please have a look at the order at page 678. Consciously done, along with their permission. They were heard in this. No, my lord, I'm worse off because the review has been allowed. It can't be that way, my lord. I need it. And these are PPAs, my lord, which were entered into competitive bidding. Their bids were accepted. No, for 7 years, my lord, they were. And if your lordships have a look at the manner in which.
So but look at it this way. The consequence ordinarily of your appeal being allowed to be withdrawn
Yes,
is that the order refusing approval stands.
correct.
Right.
Yes.
Now the only leg on which, the thread on which you wanted to stand
Yes,
was the fact that you got a 108 directive from the Kerala government.
yes.
That's
So
all.
you either stand or fall by that 108 directive.
No, my lord, I'm saying that. No. Suppose, my lord, the 108.
Otherwise, suppose the 108 directive is excluded.
Yes. I can still challenge, my lord, the order. That's a liberty granted to me.
Where is that order? Sure.
That's page 678. PDF 711.
So Giri didn't approve my
Sir,
PPA for 7 years.
So you can't keep interfering with everything.
For 7 years. Never.
Please look at this one. The order starts at page 675.
He says that when we issue
Yes.
PDF 708.
78.
678.
Yes, ma'am.
We consider it. Open the
Yes.
page, he's saying. Open.
At page 678, we consider it appropriate. In such circumstances, Lordship's got it, Milan?
Or if need be later from availing their appellate remedy against the.
That's right.
Can't
It is like when we say that you can
Yes.
come back to us.
Yes,
So even if the 108 directive is held to be, you still have to be heard on.
yes. Because I was never heard on the merits. And what am I asking for now, my lord? With great respect, this is what Mr. Sundaram also, my lord, suggested, and then your lordship said yes. There is no question of putting the clock back.
Well, he,
Sir, please. For 25 years, they had a PPA with us. And for 7 years, they were supplying power to us. But we are a public utility.
Their bid that we
And it is not, there is no rival bidder, my lord, who challenges it. And it is now, my lord, they come and say, what do they come and say? That there were deviations and therefore the bid should not have been accepted for them, their own bid.
they don't bid.
And there was, my lord, there was temporary approval of the PPA and that's why we,
Sending with
years.
no, sir, please don't do that.
All right,
Just
all right.
one thing,
One
just-
second now.
Just
second.
one thing
Does
I need-
anybody have a one-page list of this?
I've given it.
My lord, I just need to say one thing. While your lordship permits them to revive that appeal,
Yes, yes.
please dismiss this appeal because this appeal is only on 108.
He doesn't seem to have it.
My lord, this appeal,
My notes, I can dictate it from my note, but it's a list
Don't
of dates.
give any
is
more
there.
RJ.
my lord, this particular appeal is only on 108.
Apropos, my lord, one page insofar as this
वो दे दो भाई.
restoration of the appeal is concerned.
My lord,
Only
that I have objections to. Let me say why. This appeal is against the order on 108. Please dismiss this appeal, but give them liberty to revive their other appeal.
That's what we.
Because the note says the exact opposite, if your lordship sees their note.
No further word from your lordship other than that for us. Because anything by your lordship will be misconstrued there. For us.
I'm not even asking for that, sir.
All right. The appeal arises from a judgment of the Appellate Tribunal for Electricity dated 26 July 2024. Good stop. Kerala State Electricity Board, the appellant, Mr. Giri, just correct us if there's any factual inaccuracy.
Yes.
Kerala State Electricity Board, the appellant, floated 2 tenders for procurement of power through a competitive bidding process under Section 63 of the Electricity Act. The first was for 450 megawatt.
The CBI directly. And even today, given what had fallen from my lords, I had passed to the solicitor and to the CBI a standard operating procedure with regard to the post-mortem. It's a memorandum dated 3/1/2020. And we have also given a large number of other documents, if that may be taken into account. And my lords, if my lords will consider, the financial irregularities case, my lords, is intricately connected, I beg your pardon, as I had mentioned earlier. My lords, Dr. Shondip Ghosh has been arrested now in the rape and murder case. So our concern is that
Investigation into that started a little later, because that aspect started a little later. That the CBI is investigating. They have referred to it in their status report.
exactly. So my lords, because my lords' supervision of the matter has been so salutary, we are really only requesting that the status reports on the next occasion be placed before my lords in sealed cover to strengthen the
On the
process.
financial irregularities also.
On the financial irregularities also.
Solicitor, you need an order for us? You can give us a status report on both. On the incident of the alleged rape and murder as well as on the financial irregularities.
Shall be done,
What is-
but we can have no objection.
Yes.
I'm so grateful, my lords. That completes my.
My lord, on the question of these night,
Your lordship said that you, anyway, that's all right.
Now we complete.
Yes, I agree.
Once they complete, we'll come back. So you can give us a comprehensive response.
Yes.
something to say on the order of address. I do believe it's the privilege of the state of West Bengal to be first addressing the court for the reason that a settlement has been reached yesterday night until the early hours of the morning.
That's what I was trying to show.
Now reporting back to work. I request this court, my lord, to invite the state of West Bengal to address you on what is the settlement that has been reached, because it will take care of many of the demands that we have raised. We, the junior doctors, it is an issue because this court has passed an order directing us to go back to work. We wish to comply with that order, my lord. Now, in relation to that, a certain settlement has been reached. If my learned friend doesn't want to present the settlement, I will present it. I have a copy of it, but I feel it is his privilege.
All right, Mr. Anupam Lal Das, I'll
And
put your follow-up on.
secondly, my lord, just one small thing in relation to submission that my learned friend, Ms. Nandi made. I fully support her suggestion. I agree that the senior doctors have been greatly supporting the junior doctors, but we have our own point of view, which I will present to you after the state of West Bengal has presented a copy of the settlement to you. Secondly, my lord, in my opinion, that force of 1,514 people requires to be dismantled with immediate effect. Yes. They are outside the law. They do not fall. They must be replaced by regular police of the state of West Bengal. They are performing a policing function, and it cannot be performed by people who do not hold the position of police in the state of West Bengal. Therefore, request is to disband that force of 1,514 people, total number, and replace them in the interest of safety and security with the regular police force of the state of West Bengal. That's our request.
Mr. Anupam Lal Das.
I appear for the senior doctors, my lords, and we just want to place our concerns on record. We, my lords, are all working. We are working overtime. And, my lords, as far as we are concerned, all these 20 departments, cases which have been pointed out, in any case were manned by the senior doctors. Junior residents, etc., were not placed there. So, my lords, that is something that I also wanted to place on record.
Yes.
As far as we are concerned, we are working overtime. There has been absolutely no this thing from our side. That's her.
May I make a submission?
May
I make a small submission before Mr. Sibbal is called upon? I appear for a doctors' organization, thank you, called Doctors for Patients in Calcutta. Our suggestions will give to the task force. There are two issues we'd like to highlight to your lordships. First is pertaining to the investigation itself. Second is pertaining to that policy of 19th August. There are two more clauses, since your lordships already have that before your lordships. I'll start with that.
In 13th September.
19th August, the West Bengal policy which has come out, which Ms. Nandi had just read out. If your lordship will
13th September.
No, your lordship, this is 19th of August. If your lordship will have my IA then, 188500.
Ms. Nandi, where's 19th of August in your compilation that idea is referring to?
Or if your lordship will see my IA, lordship.
So we'll refer to one IA. It's so much easier if we have it every.
That is correct. Is 19th August. 19th August, Government of West Bengal, Department of Health and Family Welfare.
August.
August what? It's part of that helpers of the night policy.
Is there an earlier status report?
There no status report?
Yes,
Yes.
it's in the earliest.
Apparently, it's in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
All right, what is it? What is
There are September policy.
All right.
It's in my affidavit.
Your lordship, there are two problems here with that 19th August circular. It's there in my IA as well as I'm told in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
Ma'am, which page number is it? Because what I have is the 13th of September.
Okay, then maybe
She's appealing for whom? I'm not aware.
the policy was.
Association of Doctors and Patients in West Bengal.
Doctors and patients.
I'm appearing for Doctors for Patients. It's a trust called Doctors for Patients. So, your lordship.
What's your point?
I have 2 points. Number one, in this policy, your lordship said 11, clause 11, subclause 5 and 6, we have a serious problem with. One is working hours of women, including women doctors, should not preferably exceed 12 hours at a time. Second, wherever possible, night duty may be avoided for women to the extent possible. Now, this is the policy of the state of West Bengal, and our doctors have a serious problem with this. And your lordships in
How
multiple
can you say that
cases.
women should not work on night duty?
Exactly, precisely.
Women will have an objection if you keep them from working.
Exactly, and to limit us to a 12-hour shift. In fact, many of the junior residents work for 36 hours flat out. Now, this is directly impinging on gender and being employed at all.
Completely right. You need
That
to
is
stick
one.
to the point.
We'd like,
Yeah,
and second point, I have a second point, your lordship. I have a second point. Second point pertains to investigation. One is on this policy, your lordship is seized with it. I will leave it at
So
that.
women don't want concessions. They want
Yes.
equal opportunity in
In
terms of
Anuj Garg's,
safety.
in Anuj Garg's case,
Why should we prevent a woman doctor from working in the night?
or 12 hours. Why limited to 12 hours, your lordship? Because junior doctors work for 36 hours. Now, women will never be
Should be
taken.
for all doctors. 12 hours working time is for all doctors. Don't bifurcate.
Actually, whatever the shift,
Exactly.
women
Manoj.
doctors are ready to work in exactly the same conditions.
Absolutely.
In
Yes,
terms
yes,
of time.
Exactly.
In Anuj
Well,
Garg,
let's not undermine them.
in Anuj Garg-
Undermine the lady doctors.
Mr. Sibal, this has to be
There is
corrected.
no issue, Malaj. We'll notify it. We were just worried because there is no security in place at the moment.
No, but the
I
answer
want to
to
make
it-
sure.
Saying this,
The answer to
I
it.
want to make sure, Malaj, that something like,
The answer to it is you must ensure security is in place.
I know, Malaj, that's
You
the
can't tell
point.
women that you will not be
This
working
is-
after.
This is in addition. It says in addition. This is not, this is only temporary. But if your lordship wants, we'll, no issue.
this itself
the
is
state
offensive, your lordship.
says that it cannot provide
Hold on.
security, the
We are-
sector is.
We are at item. If.
In Anuj Garg's case,
No,
your lordship
Anuj
spoke
Garg is-
upon
You're right. We said that, look.
Romantic
just
paternalism.
The law, the provision of the Act, Punjab Excise Act was
Exactly.
that any establishment which serves liquor
Can't have
will
women.
not have a woman.
Employee.
We struck it down.
Of course, you should strike it down, Malaj. There's no
But
issue.
therefore, two things, Mr. Sibal. I think the state of West Bengal must immediately correct its notification. You cannot say that women will not work more than a 12-hour shift. If men are working more than a 12-hour shift,
They want to
they are entitled to work exactly at par with their male counterparts.
We'll issue a notification, Malaj, not an issue.
Your duty to provide security. And we can't tell any woman today in our country who's in the workforce that you will not work at night.
including in
Pilots work at night,
Call
doctors work
centers.
at night,
Call center
your armed
employees are-
forces.
The armed forces work.
Women work.
My second point, your lordship. Second point on investigation itself. Again, it's a suggestion which has come from these doctors for patients. They say that apparently there are many people who possibly have information regarding this incident, and because of fear of retribution, they're not coming out and openly giving this information.
That is our problem also.
Therefore, may I just
Yeah,
finish,
please.
Mr. Mehta?
No, I'm
The question
supporting you.
here is- Oh, thank you. The request here is for an anonymous portal, because Your Lordship, the cyber crimes portal today has an anonymous portal for crimes. Also, this court, in the case of videography of child pornography, specifically said you should permit anonymous complaints and a specific portal should be set up. Our request today is to aid this investigation and to hopefully finally get the culprits. We need an anonymous portal which the CBI will set up, because many people don't want to disclose their identity even to CBI. And that is a fact today because of the nature of the matter Your Lordship has seen. We support no particular side here, but the point is people are scared. So if they can be enabled to give their complaints anonymously. Third is on Wikipedia, which is not part of my IA, but since Your Lordship said the photo is not there,
Yes.
the photo, Your Lordship, is not there on the Wikipedia website, but after the girl's name is mentioned, there are two footnotes. The first footnote refers to an article which is not an Indian journal, it's outside India, but that article has a photograph. So that footnote is also problematic because I just clicked on it on my phone when this discussion happened, and that takes me to an article.
While editing the order, I'll make sure that we cover that.
It's an external link, reference 1 and
All right,
reference 2.
thank you. Mr. Sibal.
But only one, to respond to Malot, she is right. We are also facing this difficulty. People are afraid to come forward and speak. Malot, we are ready to have an anonymous platform. The only Malot, difficulty in that would be, which is Malot, our difficulty, that there would be several things Malot, sent on that which are completely irrelevant, but we can't help it.
That is item 5 and 6.
But we can assure if
Be just flooded with.
that's the problem, Malot.
Information which, you know.
That this is the theory going on.
This is functioning, they must be.
But I can assure my learned friend, if anybody comes, they would be fully anonymized. We will not disclose their identity to anyone.
Protection scheme.
Yes, Malot.
But despite that, this court is approved of an anonymous portal, despite all the witness protection schemes.
The
More
CBI's
counterproductive than.
CBI's task force is limited. It's not, it's a relatively a small agency. Now, if if we get all kinds of relevant, irrelevant material on an anonymous portal, one officer will be only monitoring nothing else but only that portal. So look at it.
We understand the
flip side.
problem.
Lord, we can assure if anybody comes, their identity will not be disclosed. It would remain only with the joint director CBI.
You just delete it, that's all.
Despite that, the cybercrimes portal has
It may be publicized, my lords, by the CBI.
pornography of
The witness protection.
Absolutely counterproductive, though I have no.
All right, you made your point. Now, Mr. Sibbal.
No, Manoj, just as far as items 5 and 6 is concerned, we'll issue a notification to delete it. That's all, so that's not an issue. Manoj,
5 and 6 of the notification date.
of
19th August 20.
19th August, Manoj, clause 11, subclause 5 and 6 will be deleted by virtue of a notification, Manoj. So
Yes.
that's not an issue. Then your lordship's order, Manoj, 9th of September, your lordships render this order.
Previous order.
Kindly read, Manoj, paragraph 18 with me. In order to, your lordship has that? All my lords have it? No.
We have copies.
We have copies, Manoj, we'll try and give.
Yes.
No. Oh. May I read it, Manoj? In order to create a sense of confidence among the doctors, we also.
We saw the para 18. So what do you have to say on that, Mr.
Yes, so no, Manoj, therefore we called, 5 meetings we called, this is the 5th meeting and we want to tell your lordships what happened. Actually, I wanted to place it earlier, but this is after the 5th meeting, Manoj. Yesterday night on 16th of September at 6:30. At the outset, Manoj, the Chief Minister welcomed all the junior doctors present in the meeting. She expressed heartfelt grief for the deceased victim. She also added, the first demand of the West Bengal Junior Doctor Front is under the jurisdiction of the CBI. The state government will provide all necessary assistance as required for expediting the completion of the inquiry and justice to the deceased. As regards their demands relating to action against Kolkata Police, the CP Kolkata Police and DC North will be transferred. As regards the manpower, the present DME and DHS will be transferred. Then rupees 100 crores have been sanctioned for hospital infrastructure like CCTV, washroom, etc., which will be formalized in close consultation with the medical fraternity. The composition of the Rogi Kalyan Samiti will be revised to make it more inclusive through inclusion of all stakeholders. The issues regarding safety and security within the hospital and college premises was discussed. The state government proposed that a task force headed by the Chief Secretary and including the Home Secretary, the DG Police, the CP Calcutta, as well as representatives as would be proposed by the junior doctors will look into related matters. An effective and responsive grievance redressal mechanism will be put in place in the medical infrastructure across hospitals and colleges. Junior doctors were required to join back at requested to join back at duties. It was jointly resolved to work in close coordination to discuss and resolve all issues faced by the medical fraternity at the level of Chief Secretary. The West Bengal Junior Doctors Front representatives expressed disagreements with regard to no disciplinary action against DC Central and transfer of Health Secretary. As regards ensuring safety and security, it was intimated by them that further discussions regarding specific formulations of the same will be required. It was also proposed that the existing threat culture prevalent in the medical colleges can be removed after further deliberations through specific formulations, democratically elected students' unions and RDAs regarding cease work and ongoing sit-in demonstration at Swasthya Bhavan. Representatives submit that a decision will be arrived at only after further discussion with all the junior doctors. The meeting ended with an appeal from the Chief Minister to the junior doctors to join back to work, ensuring delivery of healthcare services, and they still not done it. And there are 10,000 of them, Malas. There are 3,000 senior doctors, there are 10,000 junior doctors. 75 of the workforce is not going to work. And I must, Malas, appreciate the outreach of the
any further comments?
Come on, please.
I was the one who said we have arrived at a settlement. Mr. Sibbal did not initiate this.
Let him at least complete his submission, then you can have. Yes.
So,
I agree with my learned friend, Miller. Doctors can't be demonized like this.
They're making a lot of allegations, my lords. 3,000 senior
I've made
doctors.
no allegations.
It's an
It's a number.
The fact that
allegation.
there are
Ask them what the
10,000 senior doctors and 3,000 senior doctors.
That's right.
Correct.
That's all that he has pointed out.
That's all I've said. I've said made no allegation. Now, but there's all that people, and senior doctors have been actually doing a lot of hard work. We appreciate what's happening.
Thank you, but we're not on strike, sir. So
For
this should
God's
really,
sake,
the numbers
shut up.
for the last days was from the
Why?
media.
No repetition between lawyers, please. Let Mr. Sibal complete.
I'll leave it.
We allowed you to complete now. Let him.
Great, I'll leave it.
respond.
So, Malad, this is the state of affairs today, Malad, and she's also publicly said, we won't take any action against you. But if the junior doctors don't go back to work, Malad, what is to be done? And their demands, see their demands.
But
everything
see, this
that-
Milord is not.
Come on, please do not.
Representing.
Now, Mr. Sibal, we want to know one basic thing. After our last order, we had said that, look, set up adequate security
Yes,
apparatus.
got an affidavit to that effect. I showed
Now,
you.
what have you done?
Yes,
Let's
yes.
start with RG-CAR itself,
And let's-
RG-CAR
In
hospital.
consultation with
What,
CISF.
tell us what steps have been taken to improve the,
Yes,
to improve the safety and the security at the
Yes, yes,
RG-CAR
finally we give the affidavit. We just give it to you. Yes, yes, we've done that.
File this
We filed this, we circulated.
Apart
it
from
yesterday.
budgetary allocation, what steps have you taken on the ground?
Yes, Malaz, yes. We're showing it to your lordship. We gave that, circulated it yesterday, Malaz.
Of 2020.
Can I have, I'm not concerned, but if you can give me a copy for completion.
Through the health
I'm not
department, Malaz,
served.
this affidavit was filed through the health department. Just give it, keep copies. Keep
None of
copies
us
now.
have copies,
I
my
don't
lord.
think we have, but I'm not concerned with that, but copies.
May I have a copy, please?
Usko to de do.
This concerns the junior doctors.
Now, Malaz, kindly see.
My lords, this is
Mr.
not
Sibal,
confidential. May we all have copies?
Mr. Sibal, may I have a copy, please?
May we all have copies, sir?
Yeah, give copies. Don't have copies for everyone. We'll give it to you. I'll just read
Yes,
it out
you have
and
to
then.
address the court on
We
this
don't-
issue.
Why don't you share
You are
at least one copy with them so that, they can between themselves.
What is the difficulty in sharing a copy with me?
Yeah, I'm giving it to you.
You should have come to court with extra
Very
copies.
difficult, Malaz.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's kindly just come to page 2, Malaz, paragraph 4. Confidence building initiatives by the state of West Bengal. As per the order of the court, Malaz. In furtherance of the orders passed by this honorable court, the following district collectors and superintendent of police can be duly communicated the said order for compliance and necessary action. Right, so each district, the district collector, commissioner of police, Malaz, identified. Para 5. Further, a letter has also been issued to all district magistrates and superintendents of police for ensuring safety and security of the health professionals working in various health facilities. True copy of the letter dated so-and-so from the Principal Secretary, Department of Health and Family is attached, which is at page 1415, Malaz. Then, meeting in this regard was chaired by the Chief Secretary of the state with all the district magistrates, chief medical officers of health, principals and hospital superintendents on 13/9, giving clear directions to all for ensuring safety and security and early completion of the various infrastructural works being undertaken. DMs and SPs have visited the medical college in their respective jurisdiction, and they are taking all steps in this regard. That the state of West Bengal is providing the following facilities to 28 medical colleges and hospitals throughout the state, out of which the district collectors along with superintendent of police are monitoring the 18 government medical college and hospitals in the district outside Kolkata, while the 10 medical colleges and hospitals in Kolkata are under the Kolkata Police Commissionerate. Besides this, there are 87 public hospitals, district hospitals, super specialty hospitals, sub-divisional hospitals, and state general hospitals. Now, Malaz, what is it that we have done? Let's see, existing facility of duty rooms and the restrooms, right? So, Malaz, you have 732 males and 444 females. Total is that. Additional duty rooms and restrooms sanctioned are 5, and work has already begun, Malaz. And 536 male, 357, it's increased by another 893. And within 7 to 14 days, the work will be completed. I've put it there, Malaz. Work has started and directions have been issued to executing agencies to complete the work in 7 to 14 days. Then come to the existing toilet facilities. You have 462, 249 for women and 711 total, and 1497 and 806 in public hospitals. That's 2303. The additional for women is 724 and 503 for the others, for the public hospitals. And this also will be completed in 7 to 14 daes. Then existing CCTV cameras, in addition, additional will be 6178 and public hospitals 4071. Also, work will be over between 7 and 14 days. Following this is the special dealing with RG Karmaras. There are currently common duty rooms are available for doctors. The total are 57, 24 and 47. Additional will be made and sanctioned. There are 71 additional. And work has started and joint inspection with hospital authorities, PWD, CISF has been held. Networks have been, new works have been taken up. Then existing facility toilets, 43 and 26 is 69. We're building another 82. Joint inspection has been done, with hospital authorities, PWD and CISF has been held and new works have been taken up. Then existing CCTV cameras 217, we're increasing them to 415. 36 are installed, the other work is going on, Then photos are at page 16 to 26, they're all there. Then, additional security guards. In order to improve the safety and security of doctors, nurses and other staff in all the medical colleges and hospitals, the government of West Bengal has introduced the program Ratere Sati Helper at Night. The concurrence of State Finance Department has been obtained for engagement of additional 1514 security personnel under this program for all medical colleges and hospitals. There are already 232 existing security guards and additional 85 security personnel have been designated afresh for RJKar Medical Hospital, College and Hospital. 3 companies of CISF are already deployed at RJKar. A true copy of the order dated so-and-so issued by the department is attached. It is, however, most respectfully submitted that despite the order of this court, junior doctors, but anyway, I don't want to read this because unnecessarily, we have now reached some kind of settlement.
Now, when you say that there are 232 existing security guards and additional 85 security personnel have been designated afresh for Ajikor Medical College.
Yes.
Are these from the Ratirers?
No. These are police personnel, not Ratirers Sati. And we will substitute the Ratere Sati with police personnel. It's only a temporary measure, only for 1 year,
No,
we can substitute them with police personnel.
You know, Mr. Sibal, what really happened was this. The accused who committed the crime was drawn from the volunteer force.
Correct.
Now, if we are going to have another set of contractual people who will be now designated.
No, now we are giving them ID cards.
But
security agencies have been.
Imagine these contractual people will be trained. 1 second. These contractual people will be trained for 7 days and then they will be walking all around in the hospital. Now, what is the protection which these young doctors have, particularly the women doctors, about these contractual staff walking around in the night in the hospital?
This is in addition to the security of the police that is already there,
But you know, the crime was, let's face it, the crime was crime is alleged to have been carried out by a volunteer.
That's
who was
right.
posted at the hospital.
That's
now,
right.
if we are going to replace the volunteers with these.
There were hundreds of volunteers, It's not that. We'll make sure now. We've got police personnel there. There are stations there.
Appraisal. The GR says, the government resolution says, that they will be appointed through an outsourcing agency.
No, these are not civic volunteers. There is a security agency that we have hired. Through them, we have recruited.
So the security agency will recruit these people.
Yes.
Does anybody carry out any?
Yes.
Verification
is done. Proper verification.
Psychological assessment, because these people are going to be working.
Proper verification is done. Health department is involved in this. Something has to be left.
Today, particularly the women doctors, have a feeling of, insecurity. Now you get
CISF is there today,
They don't know who these people are. They're not your police. They're not your paramilitary.
CISF is there, for them to resume work. Now, what's the problem? CISF is there. After all, something has to be done by the state, to make sure that your lordships.
And CISF will be there for a short time because they responded to
We'll make arrangements after that,
The police, we are asking.
We'll make arrangements after that. But it can't be, that the doctors.
That's all we ask.
The whole problem is when you entrust security to contractual staff, particularly in hospitals where people are on duty for 36 hours, they stay there. There is virtually no protection for women otherwise.
There is civic volunteer in this, These are true security.
They are contractual staff.
We have a police outpost. Kindly see, we have a police outpost in every hospital.
notwithstanding the police outpost,
Well,
even
this
an
is,
FIR was
I agree, but I am not disputing that, Malad. We are not, but
514 of them.
Why is the,
1,500.
why
14
why is
hours
the
is
government
again
coming out
incorrect.
with
Malad.
this?
14 hours
Surely-
is again incorrect.
Surely
If your
you
losses
understand-
want, we'll disband this. There's no issue, Malad.
Possible. It's not a question of the court wanting it. We are not in charge of governance in the
But
state.
therefore, Malad, some
The
confidence
doctors
in
have
us.
they have genuine reservations because they say, who are these contractual people who are now going to work with us?
Malad, you must have some confidence in the state machinery after all this has happened. After all, we are also cognizant of it. We are also all against it. We want the security of our women doctors. Your lordship must assume that, Malad. State is not cognizant of all this.
Now, in terms of what you have disclosed to us you said that there are 28 government medical colleges in the state of West Bengal.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There are 17 government hospitals, including hospitals attached to medical colleges.
Yes.
And number of government hospitals in the state of West Bengal, 87 hospitals besides the 28 medical colleges and hospitals.
Correct.
Now, so we are really dealing with these 28 government medical colleges in the state of West Bengal. This is a key
That's
area.
page 10,
Because government medical colleges involve young people who are there to pursue their medicine.
Yes.
These are the young girls who are straight out of 12th standard who are going to be then joining for 4.5, 5 years.
Correct.
We are therefore dealing with young people in the age group of 18 to 23. They are particularly vulnerable and they have to be protected.
Of course.
And we have to deal therefore with these 28 colleges.
Correct.
Because they have no great pleasure in abstaining from work.
That's right.
They are abstaining from work because now, as we see, having these contractual people there, they will be having a new source of completely insecure premises.
That's
Who are these people who are going to be joining at a contractual level? I think government has to talk to them and tell them that, look, this is the verification which we are doing. Or you need now a new set of volunteers who will be called the Rakhired Saathi.
We informed them yesterday evening in our conversation with them, Malad. This was informed.
My lords, both are
And
instructed.
this is what is recorded. It's also
Must
recorded.
replace the
They are in a
declaration.
situation where
It's also
there's a
recorded.
lack- there's a lack of security for the doctors. The way to do it is really to have regular police personnel, at least in these 28 government medical colleges and hospitals.
That's
What
the demand.
These are the colleges where the youngest of our future
Plus
doctors are.
17. There's also Calcutta, 28 plus 17. Go look at page 10, Malad. 28 in the state is 17 in Calcutta.
So you have 45.
I mentioned that every hospital, the Chief Justice says, look, there was a police passport and yet this happened. So therefore,
So we are dealing with 28 plus 17.
Yes.
45.
Yes.
Let's deal with these 45 first on priority.
Right.
Because as we said in the other hospitals, you will not have, say, 18, 19-year-old young, almost like children. They're beyond 18, that's the only thing. But these are very young doctors, young interns, they're all young students.
Right.
Now, they are straight out of their homes, they're coming in from different parts of West
Fair
Bengal.
enough.
Now, we have to assuage their concerns and the concerns of their parents.
Malad, kindly see Malad's page.
Tell us for these 45 hospitals.
Kindly
Tell us for the 45 hospitals, what are you going to do to
kindly
ensure
have a
their
look
safety?
at page 10, item 8. There's an increase of women security officials on duty when women doctors, nursing staff are on night duty. 910 additional women security personnel will be deployed after training at the police training institutes. And they are undergoing training at the moment.
Now,
We are
these women security personnel will be regular?
Yes,
from
regular
the
police
police
force.
or what?
Regular police force.
So within what period will they?
They are undergoing training, because I don't know what the training period, but at the moment they are undergoing training. I'll find out and let you know.
Because, ultimately the devil lies in the fine print. It's not, they say that, look, you have sanctioned funds. You say that, well, duty rooms are being constructed.
We'll get back to your lordships on this.
So tell us, and second, who is going to in every district in West Bengal, the collector and district magistrate, one, and second, the superintendent of police, they must ensure and oversee that these arrangements are in place.
Absolutely.
In terms of the CCTV cameras, the location for the CCTV cameras, and most importantly, there has to be some SOP It can't be that the principal says, "Acha, yahan laga do, wahan laga do."
That's why,
You
Malas,
must
we.
have,
Oh,
you must have a
place
proper
everything on-
SOP on where you're going to put CCTV.
Malas, what happened was when the CI
They
said,
must provide absolute cover to areas where, say, the female doctors rest at night, the bathrooms which they use, because these are the areas where they are vulnerable.
Malas, we are ad item, Malas, when the cameras were installed in the RG hospital, we asked the CISF to tell us where should they be installed. And we installed them accordingly. Similarly, we'll do it. We have an SOP in place and we'll place it on record, Malas, and we'll follow it to the T.
Now see, RG also, Mr. Sibal, the progress is very slow. RG you said you are going to, you have sanctioned 415 additional CCTV cameras.
Yes.
But only 36 have been installed.
But Malas, within 7 to 14 days, Malas, they took time to identify the place. So within 7 to 14 days, they'll be completed.
Now, 1 second. Have the lawyers appearing for the resident doctors seen now what they have assured the court that they are going to do?
May I-
Within a period of 7 to 14 days, they have given us details of the CCTV cameras, duty restrooms and
Public
additional
toilet.
facilities.
Yes, yes.
Now, apart from that, say at RG itself, areas where the women doctors they take rest at night or even during
Yes,
the
yes.
day, early morning. Why can't you think of having, say, biometric facilities for
Yes,
access
we'll
to
do
that
that.
particular area?
Yes.
Is it
Absolutely.
not possible to have biometric access?
We'll do that, Malas.
A woman who goes into, say, now she went to the seminar room. The access to that particularly, which is a duty restroom, should be only controlled by a biometric facility.
Actually, Malas, the health secretary is here. The health secretary is here. We will do it. We'll put biometrics there. No issue.
So these are, I mean,
Yes,
you have to also think out of the
Press
box.
buttons.
Yes, I agree. Malas, we want this to be in place so that such incidents don't happen again, Malas. That's our primary concern. It's an eye opener for us also.
Tell us, since the health secretary is here, what modalities will you follow for reviewing each hospital as a standalone unit and ensuring that the requirement of installing CCTV cameras, restrooms, access points, control of access is maintained? What is we can't start sitting and
correct.
say, all right, in this hospital, give us 20 more cameras.
May I make a request, Malas?
Tell us
Consult
what-
with us.
One second.
How you're going to put into place.
May
the
I make a
mechanism
request,
for
Malas? We will
requirements?
give to your lordships on affidavit. Give us 2 weeks' time to exactly how it is going to be
2
done.
weeks is too long.
DM and SPs are already doing it, Malas.
DM, SB, superintendent of hospitals, along with the representative of the doctors are visiting each of the places.
Hospital.
They are identifying and only then the bugs are being taken out. From a security point of view, from a.
All right, then what we will do is this, we will record that the district magistrates, the superintendent of police, and and a representative of the senior and the hospital administrators,
Yes.
the doctors,
The moment it's
Will-
participatory, the problem.
Yes, absolutely.
that, so that you put into place a participatory process.
Absolutely.
That the doctors are also then has to.
To be considered.
Absolutely, Malas. We agree. We agree, Malas.
All right, then we
That's
pass
the
an order
minutes
to that
also.
effect, because
That's part of the agreement.
ultimately, look, ultimately,
Integrity
But
is.
I also realize that, we are dealing with young people between the age of 18 and 23. We have to handle them in a different way.
Sure.
They're all deeply concerned. It could have happened to any one of them. Why only this
Exactly.
young woman?
That's
It could have
right.
happened to any one of them.
I agree.
That's all that they are worried about.
Yes, and rightly so.
All right.
We have made a coordinating officer for us to do this.
An affidavit has been filed by the state of West Bengal for explaining the steps. Dr. Joshi, will come back to you in a minute. Don't worry. An affidavit has been filed by the state of West Bengal for
On behalf of the
explaining-
health department, Malas.
on behalf
Health
of the state of West Bengal by Sri Narayan Sarup Nigam, Principal Secretary in the Department of Health and Family Welfare, explaining the steps which have been taken specifically for upgrading bracket 1 duty rooms stroke restrooms bracket 2 toilet facilities and bracket 3 CCTV cameras, availability of CCTV cameras in government medical colleges and hospitals across the state. Next, the data which has been placed on the record indicates that there are 28 government medical colleges in the state of West Bengal and 17 government apart from which there are 17 government hospitals in Kolkata. Full stop. The number of government, full stop, there are 87 hospitals besides.
Whereas 1 and 2 have to be recorded separately, Malad.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are 28 plus 17.
28 plus
9, Malad. 9. So what's the number of government medical colleges in Kolkata is 9, Malad.
Right.
Then the state is 20.
Delete kar do.
Yeah.
There are 9 government medical colleges in Kolkata and 28 in the state of West Bengal, making a total of 37 government medical colleges. Full stop. 17 government hospitals in Kolkata are attached to medical colleges.
Yes.
While 87 hospitals, into brackets, besides the 28 medical colleges and hospitals, exist in the state. Full stop. The affidavit filed by the state government indicates that apart from the existing facilities, sanction has been granted for installing additional duty rooms, restrooms, setting up toilet facilities, and the installation of additional CCTV cameras.
The consultation with the doctor.
Stop.
After consultation with the doctors.
Stop. Besides making budgetary provisions, it has been stated that work has commenced and directions have been issued to the executive agencies to complete the work in 7 to 14 days. Full stop. The affidavit indicates that apart from 7747 existing CCTV cameras, an additional 6178 CCTV cameras would be installed. Full stop. In the public hospitals, apart from the existing 3346 CCTV cameras and
medical college,
an additional 4071 cameras would be installed. Full stop. In our view, what is of critical importance at the present point of time, is that the participatory process should be followed by the state government so that the concerns of all the doctors, both senior and junior doctors, are duly taken into account. Full stop. To facilitate this, we have suggested to Mr. Kapil Sibal, we have suggested to the state of West Bengal that the collectors and that a team consisting of 1, the collector and district magistrate for each district, bracket 2, the superintendent of police, 3, the principal of each medical college and hospital, or as the case may be, the superintendent, and 4, a representative each of the senior and junior doctors may be associated with the process so that the work which is being carried out for the construction of duty rooms, setting up of toilet facilities and installation of CCTV cameras takes place to promote with their inputs in view. Full stop. This has been agreed to by the state of West Bengal. Full stop. The court has been assured that the entirety of the work shall be carried out within a period of 2 weeks from the date of this order. Full stop. Apart from the above steps, on the suggestion of the court, it has been accepted by the state of West Bengal that necessary steps would be taken to ensure biometric facilities, particularly for controlling access to those areas, to the duty and rest areas, both for male and female doctors, so as to ensure that unauthorized persons are not entitled to enter the hospitals. Full stop. The affidavit of the state government indicates that 910 additional women security personnel are being presently trained at the police training institutes and would be deployed at the government hospitals.
Well, it should be duty rooms, not duty areas.
duty rooms.
Yeah.
On 13th September 2024, the Department of Health and Family Welfare of the Government of West Bengal has issued a government order proposing to engage an additional 1514 security personnel on a contractual basis in the government medical colleges and hospitals under a program which is called ये पेज 27 को मिल जाएगा Ratire Sati -helper at night. Full stop. These personnel are proposed to be engaged by outsourcing through an agency nominated by the government for a period of 1 year. Full stop. During the course of the hearing, serious reservations have been expressed by the council appearing on behalf of the senior and the junior resident doctors, bearing in mind the background that the alleged offence in the present case has been committed by a civic volunteer from who was also contractually recruited. Full stop. Apart from the above concern, the attention of the court has been drawn to an order dated 19 August 2024 issued by the state government indicating that bracket 1, women doctors shall not be employed at night, and semicolon, bracket 2, women doctors shall not be employed on any shift exceeding 12 hours. Full stop. We find justification in the reservations which have been expressed, particularly on behalf of the senior and junior resident doctors, as well as by the organizations, different organizations representing the doctors. Full stop. The basic purpose must be to ensure conditions of safety and security for all doctors, men and women. Full stop. The women doctors do not demand any special concessions, but require the state to create conditions in which their safety at all times during the day and night is observed. Full stop. We are affirmatively of the view that we are in agreement with the submission of the Council for the Doctors that imposing conditions such as that the women doctors will not be employed at night would pose a serious impediment in the furtherance of their medical careers. Full stop. As we have already noted above, the women doctors expect to be provided for similar conditions of work and safety as should extend across the board to male as well as female doctors. Full stop. Moreover, it would be inappropriate as the women doctors have submitted before this court, if women are given special concessions in regard to the hours of duty. Full stop. The hours of duty should be reasonable for all doctors across the spectrum, and it would be inappropriate to target women by subjecting them to conditions which do not apply to their male counterparts. Full stop. We therefore have been assured, the state of West Bengal has assured the court that any such conditions which cast a cloud on the basic constitutional premise of gender equality shall not be enforced.
Well, there's only one request is what is
My
said.
lords,
Well,
my lords,
one
just
thing, hold
small
on.
things
Working
in
hours
this
of women,
regard.
including women, should not preferably exceed 12 hours at a time. There's no mandate that they should not be employed. We'll reword it. We'll take it out. That's not. Muraz, what is said is that preferably, should not preferably exceed, otherwise it will be misconstrued, Muraz. We are going to delete it, but there's no mandate that they should not be employed, Muraz. That's not what that says. Therefore,
But all that they are saying is that, look, don't.
correct, we'll delete it, Muraz, but what happens is if this order goes, Muraz, what all
We
kinds
have
of.
put it in that perspective of, they are insisting on, look, we are entitled.
Correct,
to
but
gender-
don't say it is a mandate that they shall not be employed, Muraz. This is not the mandate.
All right, we'll
Just that.
We'll edit the order.
Yes. Now, Muraz, one last thing that I want to, Muraz. Your lordships had asked us
My lords, on
to-
this point,
on Muraz, that challan 3571, 5371.
before we come to that, on the.
One
this
something
part
very
of the
important, just wait for a moment.
Muraz, your lordship asked us, we have to answer that, Muraz. Now,
We have-
we filed, Muraz, a status report. Huh?
The
That-
affidavit.
Well, on the strike of doctors, I wish, Millards, I'm sure that we'd be able to come to.
You held a meeting with the doctors yesterday.
Yes, yes.
And Ms.
But they have not agreed.
He said that there's a settlement.
But they have said, we will come back to you whether we want to go back to work or not.
Second, my lord, I'm here to address you on that question if he has the patience to listen. My lord, in my respect, sorry. I'm sorry, my lord, I'm sorry. I
That's all
got a bit carried away. My apologies to Mr. Sibo. My lord, I'm referring to the previous order of this court, para 16 and para 17. This court expressed an expectation that the doctors will go back to work by 5th of September of 5th of September 2024. Now, my lord, in the order recorded by this court, your lordships have already recorded that some of the preconditions for safety at work have not been provided till today. Nevertheless, my lord, in the spirit of, what should I say, honoring the order of this court, my lord, we did agree to a meeting. 40 of them met the chief minister yesterday. I would like this settlement to come on the record. It's in the nature of a settlement.
Got it here.
Signed, no, not to my knowledge, my lord, it's not there, but if it's there, it's the same one. Just check if it's the same one, my lord.
A minutes of the meeting, right?
Just-
Same thing, it's the same thing.
Very well. Now, my lord, I would like to read this out one by one.
So we've already read it.
All right.
It's the same document,
Very well,
which is signed by all the doctors.
There are issues in this document that I'd like to bring on the record. I'd like to address. Because I would like to say, and I've filed this intervention, I'm sorry I've not had time to file it in court. If you could just see the press, that's all. Just have a look at the press.
Can we have a copy?
Yes. Can you use my copy? I don't.
We'll,
You made a mistake by raising.
A copy to the AOR for the state of West Bengal as well.
Ceremony is only availability included.
F is also.
Please, for.
Well,
Yes,
have you seen the,
you just didn't give it to, just now.
the
F,
G? F is direct the formation of a monitoring committee consisting of personnel from administration, academics, junior doctors, nurses and other healthcare staff
that's all
in
right.
each hospital to monitor safety issues. This is a very valid point. G,
Yeah.
direct the formation of a confidential grievance redressal system in every hospital.
Well, that's already been in the minutes.
Right.
It's in the
So one
minutes.
second, but let's tread the path of least resistance. We can ensure that people are on board. H, the formation of internal complaint committees in accordance with the Sexual Harassment Act of 2013, again, very important. I, setting up of a counseling center to be formed in every hospital and college with qualified professionals in the psychiatric and psychology departments, which will address the stress faced by students. Very valid. It's a genuine concern. I think this is something which every hospital should have. Then, installation of CCTV cameras, Ms. Jaising, we have already covered in our order.
No, I don't wish to say anything more about that.
Restrooms also we have covered.
Let me just make my point of view a little clear so that there is a confidence building between the doctors and the state. I'm here before you, that's my concern. I want this confidence to be built, I want the doctors to go back to work. I want to state it very clearly. So, my lord, your lordships have already issued the order relating to CCTV, we are satisfied with that. They've already informed us about the restrooms and the toilets, we are satisfied with that. We do understand it'll take time to.
Just 1 second. Ketan, मैंने जो order dictate किया ना,
Execution must go on. Secondly,
so it will go on record as
but we must keep substantive equality.
state of West Bengal.
Women need particular different protection. My lords, just a few things, my lords.
Then what,
Yes, yes, my lord. Now,
Mr. Sibal, what we will do is that these 4 areas, 2 CCTV and restrooms we have already covered.
Yes.
F to I, this is something which we will ask the government to consider
It's
and
already there. Existing committees are already there.
we'll just see if
but
it is
this
not there.
incident would not have happened.
Yeah, we
These-
put it. It's there.
These conditions had been put in place. Let's be clear. Let them not be in denial. That's our only demand. We have no other demand, my lord. Don't be in denial.
We're not denying it. We're
On behalf of the West Bengal Junior Doctors Front, an application has been filed seeking specific directions. Full stop. Two of the principal reliefs, which are the affidavit, inter alia, the affidavit contains the following prayers. We say, I the copy kar lo. Prayer B, which has been set out above, is specifically covered, is specifically the subject matter of the investigation which is being carried out by the CBI, and hence, a full stop. As regards prayer C, the court has been apprised of the fact that a meeting took place on 16th September 2024 between the.
No, but live streamed is not there, Madam. They've asked for live streaming, Madam.
We're satisfied with the meeting. We don't want live streaming. We're satisfied with what has taken place.
I agree. I'm just saying.
Prayer B.
No, this is not fair. Again, he's trying to demonize the doctors.
No.
Nothing else. We went without the precondition of live streaming.
Prayer B, as regards prayer B, a meeting took place on 16th September 2024 between the Chief Minister and about 40 representatives of the West Bengal Junior Doctors Front. Full stop. A copy of the minutes of the meeting has been placed on the record. Full stop. Ms. Jaising, however, states that though prayer B contains a specific request for live streaming of the meeting, that was not insisted upon, and broad terms of settlement. We'll say broad terms of settlement have been arrived at in the course of
These
the
are broad terms of settlement.
Correct.
They wanted 40 of us went.
Prayers D and E relating to CCTV cameras and restrooms and toilets has already been dealt with in the earlier part of this order. We find merit in the request which has been made by the Junior Doctors Front in terms of prayers F to I, and direct that the state government should consider the request and take ameliorative steps.
If not already done,
If
Madam.
not already taken.
What if not? Can you make a statement that you've got such harassment committees in your hospitals? Can you make that statement, Mr. Sibbal? Put your hand on your heart and
yes.
make that statement.
We
Don't be
can.
denied.
It's in the status report.
The
They're not there, my lord. I'm making a statement, they're not there.
Steps which need to be taken by the state government include R4, bracket 1, the formation of a broad-based monitoring committee in each hospital consisting of the administration, academics, doctors, nurses, and other healthcare staff to deal with safety issues. Bracket 2, semicolon, bracket 2, the formulation of a confidential grievance redressal system in every hospital for the redressal of grievances of students, doctors, and other staff. 3, the formation of internal complaints committees in accordance with the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace into brackets Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal bracket Act 2013 and bracket 4, the setting up of counseling centers in every hospital with qualified professionals, particularly from the psychiatric and psychology departments, to deal with the issues of stress which are faced by doctors in the course of their duties. Full stop. Each of these aspects would merit serious consideration and would impress upon the state of West Bengal the need to take remedial action.
If not done, Malaj, because
already done.
Yes.
Within a period of 3 days from the date of this order.
Correct, Malaj. Now, Malaj, I just want
My lords, with regard
the last issue. May I now, Malaj, finish with that?
Yes.
My lords, if I may, very
Malaj,
briefly,
now-
it's very important.
Now we gave you adequate time. You can't keep on coming back.
Notification
now-
does not get set aside.
Malaj, only one request.
They recorded their statement that they are not going to insist upon that.
I'm grateful, my lords. My lords,
Yes.
One
Lord,
last thing,
let
Malaj,
me
now
see
that we have
your-
agreed to all this, the cease work must stop, Malaj. They must go back to work.
If the name of the
Now,
notification.
Ms. Jessing,
Yes.
Learned
You have a-
Jessing, Learned Senior Counsel appearing on behalf of the Juniors Doctors Front, has stated that with the above confidence building measures, which are to be followed by the state of West Bengal, the junior doctors would have no difficulty in resuming work. Full stop. It has been stated that the only concern of the junior doctors was that necessary facilities for ensuring their safety at the workplace should be duly installed. We accept the assurance which has been tendered by the
Deeply
legislature.
obliged. We are deeply obliged. And now, the last thing is that the challan, Malaj, your lordship.
Finish,
Yes,
please. Can we maintain that order, one person addressing the court at a time?
Yes.
Yes. Now, my lord, your lordships have just dictated, if I heard correctly, that we have no difficulty resuming work.
No, we have said that you said that in principle, the doctors would like to come back, but they wanted confidence building measures.
Yes.
And that with these steps which we have now virtually taken from your application,
सीख लिया टेक्निकल एनालिसिस, यूज कर लिया मूविंग एवरेज, MACD, RSI, बॉलिंजर बैंड, प्राइस एक्शन, कैंडलस्टिक सब यूज कर डाला और कोई नई टेक्निक पता चले तो वो भी चार्ट पे लगा लो जाके। क्या हुआ प्रॉफिट? बिल्कुल नहीं हुआ। क्या कमी है आपकी ट्रेडिंग में? इतने एक्सपीरियंस तो आपको मार्केट में हो चुका है, इतने सालों से हो फिर भी प्रॉफिट नहीं हो रहा। रीजन मैं बताऊं आपको, आप अब तक फंसे हुए हो लैगिंग इंडिकेटर्स के बीच में। लैगिंग इंडिकेटर कभी भी आपको टाइम पे